Greetings, everyone. Want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Yeah, it's still early. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired still. So, anyways, we have day 25 here of my 30 bands I have yet to follow, featuring Chicago. Yes, so my history with Chicago. Well, before we get going on that, so basically, this series is about those bands that you like some music of them. You may actually own some of their stuff, but you never really followed them too closely. And in this case, this is a perfect example because I don't know much about the band members. I know a little bit, but not too much. They have a lot of horns in their music. It's kind of an up-tempoed music, and that wouldn't have set well with me back in the early 80s when I first discovered these guys, so I didn't pursue them. But over the last decade or so, I've increasingly come into contact with them, and since I've been doing this series, quite a bit. The guys on Seeing Tranquility talks about them all the time. Fantastic band. He loves them. So you know what? I said, okay, it's time for me to do the move and do something about it. So I bought this one album. I saw it somewhere for a reasonable price, and I bought it, and I liked it quite a bit. And then I did a listening thing where I do this once in a while, where I pick a band and I just listen to their discography right from beginning to as far into it as I can go. I did about 8 albums for these guys. They have so many albums. But anyways, I did like what I heard and decided, you know what? They're a band that deserves to be on this show because they are so much part of that psyche of what we wanted to do. These are bands that we like, but for whatever reason we don't quite get them. In the case of Chicago, it wasn't that their albums weren't available. I've seen them all over the place, but I also seen a lot of Rush and Triumph and Van Halen and Cheap Trick, and that's what I was into back then. So, when I would go to the store with enough to get maybe 1 or 2 albums, they were like 5th or 6th on the list, so they didn't really get any kind of attention. And at that time, I really wasn't big into their music anyways. So that's part of the reason why I didn't get into them. The other part is that for this band, it's a little bit unique in that they have a lot of double albums, which were in that time period quite a bit more expensive. So that's part of the reason that kind of curtailed their my involvement with them, because I didn't want to spend what I would have spent $5.99 on an album, or earlier than that it would have been $3.99. A lot of their albums were like $9, $10, $11 or more because they were double albums, and I just couldn't come up with the $11, $12 at a time to buy an album. And if I did have that much, I would buy 2 or 3 of the albums I really liked instead of their albums. So they really couldn't win. And now, I have a lot more interest in what I want to listen to, and the price. Sometimes you have to pay that to get the good stuff. And when I was a kid, I just wanted whatever I could get, the cheapest things I could get for the money I had, get as many as I could. So more was better than less, and so I've changed now where I think value is, it's better to spend a value amount and get a better album than get 2 or 3 that maybe you don't like as much. So I don't always do that. Sometimes deals come along that are better. Yesterday I was at a yard sale, or actually yesterday, a couple days ago, I was at a yard sale and purchased a stack of like 50 CDs. But I didn't buy them for the CDs. I bought them for the containers because, as you know, many of my containers have been broken, so I want to replace them. So I thought it was a great deal for $10. I got 50 of them. And there actually turned out about 2 or 3 albums in there I did like. Put them in my recently new albums purchased list over behind me. I think it was 3 of them in total. So, and the other ones are fine. I'll get rid of them. I might get some of my money back. Who knows? But the containers are what I wanted. So I got like at least 40 really solid containers. And so sometimes that's the truth, that you have to spend a little more to get quality. Other times you can get 2 or 3 maybe that aren't as good, but they add up to the same amount. And that's part of the issue why Chicago really didn't get get the move on them until now. But I've started to move. This album is in my wait list to get on the playlist, and I thought, Chicago's a good band. I knew when I started this series that they would be one of the bands we would be doing. So there you have it, Chicago. So please like and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. And if you have any comments about Chicago or anything I've said, you can put that in the comment section below. And we will be back tomorrow with another episode of 30 bands I have yet to follow. I hope to see you there and then. And take care and have yourself a good day. Bye.